Hey y'all, welcome back to Nini's Texas Kitchen. Today I'm going to show y'all how to make something called apricot upside down cake, and you make it in an iron skillet. So the first thing I'm going to do is put the cake mix together, and then I'm going to prepare the apricot part. So what you're going to need for the cake part is you need 1 tablespoon plus 1 cup plus 2 tablespoons of sifted flour, which I've got here. You need 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar, 1 3/4 teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt. We'll need 1 teaspoon of vanilla, half a cup of milk, 2 eggs, and 1/4 cup or half a stick of butter, softened at room temperature. So the first thing you want to do is add all your dry ingredients together. Salt. And just sort of stir that up a little bit, like so. Then you want to put in your butter and your vanilla and your milk. Then kind of mix that up. Start out on slow. Don't go too fast, starting off at the beginning. And once you get that combined pretty well, then you can add your eggs. And then you want to mix it together really good for about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, something like that. It doesn't really have to be that long. You just want to make sure everything is blended in really, really good. I've already got my oven preheating to 350 degrees. All right, the cake batter part is done. It's all blended together really well. So now I'll come over here and we'll do the part for the apricots. Now these will be on the bottom while you're baking, and then when you flip it out onto the serving dish, they will be on top. So what you need is 1/4 of a cup or half of a stick of butter, and you need a half a cup of brown sugar, and it was packed and I just loosened it back up. And then you need 1 can of apricots. You can use fresh ones also, but you'll have to peel them and slice them. But this is 1 can of apricot halves that I drained, and I just let them sit in the sink and drain in a strainer for like an hour just to make sure they weren't too much. And then I just sort of sliced them up into a little bit smaller pieces. So I'm going to melt this butter on the stove top. And once it gets completely melted, I'll add my brown sugar, and then we will layer in our apricots. So once the butter is all melted, we'll come back and show you what to do next. All right, y'all, our butter has melted. I just want you to know you can also do this recipe in a like 9-inch round cake pan. You just need to make sure that you melt your butter first and then pour it in the pan with one of those. So now I'm just going to add my half cup of brown sugar, and we just want to combine it with the butter. And it's going to cook some more when it's in the oven, so you don't have to heat this because it's brown sugar. Now if you were making regular caramel with white sugar, you would want to cook it on the stovetop for about 5 minutes, but with the brown sugar, you don't need to do that. You just want to make sure that you spread it out pretty evenly in the bottom of the iron skillet, or cake pan for that matter. This will make your topping on your cake when you flip it out, along with your apricots. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but you just want to make sure you're getting the sugar spread around as best you can throughout the pan. All right, now you'll take your apricot pieces and just lay them all around in the brown sugar butter mixture, like so. And then we will pour our cake batter on top and bake it. Now if you want to do a full 9 by 13 inch size, you can use a regular 9 by 13 inch pan. You'll just need to get 2 cans of the apricots, because one will not cover everything. There we go. All right, now we'll pour our cake batter over it. Evenly. The oven, like I said, it's at 350 degrees. Just spread it around. All right. Now, we'll put it in the oven. And we're gonna bake it for, we're gonna start at 25. We'll check it at 25. If it isn't ready, I'll cook it for another 5 minutes, baking it in the oven, and then you just insert a toothpick into the cake part. And when that comes out clean, it's ready. So we'll be back when our cake's done. All right, y'all, our apricot upside down cake is ready. And you can see all the apricots here in there, and the brown sugar caramel sauce that was made. And I let it cool in the pan on the rack for about 12-13 minutes or so, and then I flipped it out onto this serving dish. It's still warm, but we're gonna go ahead and slice a little piece and just give it a little try. I don't want a big piece because it's still warm. I just want to try it. Looks pretty good. All right, let's see what we think. That's really good and rich. I like that. If you like my video, make an apricot upside down cake, please give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Hit that subscribe button, please. Don't forget. Turn on your notifications. Go back and watch some of my other videos, or all of them. I really appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see y'all next time in Nene's Texas Kitchen.